Welcome back to the house renovation. Today is my 35th birthday and I decided to get myself a little present to help with the renovation. So here I have a power drill and I'm going to use this to screw in some of the curtain rails in the room upstairs. Okay, so now in the upstairs bedroom, and here we've got the curtain rail, which as you can see I've tried to manually screw into the wall, but I've not managed to get enough leverage. So to get a bit more power, I've decided to use a power tool. So I can't actually film myself doing this, but you'll just have to wait and see the finished result. There we go, solid as a rock. Oh, wobbliness like that one over there, which I'm going to have to fix. So both of the brackets are on properly now. I'm just going to put the pole back on and then I'll give you a shot at the finished version. And there we go. Here's the final well-hung curtains in the bedroom. Looks a bit like a Hokusai print or something, as if this lamp was the moon. So this room, as it stands, is the study. You can see here I've got the piano set up, thanks to help from my sister's boyfriend. Over here I've got my book cabinet, and in here I've got a lovely present from my girlfriend. I've got a picture album and some hot chocolate treats. Now, I have at the minute my table in here, which I've been working on, but tomorrow I'm going to have a new genuine 19th century desk of a similar age to the house. Okay, here we have another present I've got myself. It's a genuine antique desk from the late 19th century from the aesthetic movement. And as you can see, it's made from walnut. It has very lovely handles and a lot of drawers. And this will be great for storing all my papers in. And some of the detailing of the carving is just fantastic. I mean, look at that rounded part there. There's a couple of other bits on this desk that I want to show you. Just some detail. And the top is made of leather. And as you can see here, there's some embossing which is a little bit faded. It looks like they've done two patterns. They've got one in gold, and then if you can see on the left, there's also sort of form of Greek square pattern. I think this is really cool. Ideally, I'd like to get this restored at some point, but it may be a bit too difficult. And then the other thing to note is down here at the end, you got a sneaky little cabinet, and I guess you could probably store a couple of bottles of whiskey in there or something if you're having a hard day at the office.
Well, now I've got the desk in, I thought I'd show you a little video of me in the finished room playing piano. This is Melodies of Life from Final Fantasy IX, one of my favourite video games and music tracks.
Okay, so I'm back in the living room, and this room's really starting to come together. And I want to talk briefly about the theme that I've got for this room, which is craft. Now, you can see here I have some lovely William Morris strawberry fief cushions. And William Morris was very into arts and crafts. He was one of the key founders of the arts and crafts movement, and he had a saying which was, "Have nothing in your house which is not useful or beautiful." And these William Morris cushions are soon going to be supplemented by a rug which is originally handmade in Turkey from, I think it's Taspinar, which is a small rural region famous for its rug weaving. It's coming courtesy of my friend Sabina, who lives in Germany, and her.
But before the rug arrives, I've decided to finally get some curtains as I'm a bit fed up of seeing the traffic outside the window in the evenings all the time. As you can see, the drop is incredibly long because the ceilings are around 12 foot high.
Okay, so I've managed to get these on. They're less than 100 quid, these curtains, so these are definitely the temporary ones, but it looks a bit better. Now I've got one on, and I'll do the other, and then I'll have my room will be looking a bit more homely. Okay, and this is with both the curtains hung and the sofa, so you get an idea when I get some slightly better curtains in how the room is going to look. Okay, so it's another day in the house, and today I've got some great news. Something really exciting has arrived. It's a parcel which has come from my friend in Germany. Now, one of my friend's old relatives was a rug dealer, and he dealt in mostly in Turkish rugs, and he also had a few of the rugs. And recently, he's been dead for a few years, but recently one of his relatives who had inherited the rugs sadly passed away. So my friend was left with a house full of a large collection of rugs, and she, after she'd taken what she wanted from the rug collection and what the family wanted, she remembered that I had a while ago suggested, at some point I would like to get a rug for my house. So she's very kindly offered to send some rugs over from Germany. So that will be what is in the parcel. And here we have the amazing rug, which has been very well wrapped by my friends. So I'll look to get it out and show you in a second. And here we have the rug. This is the largest of the rugs which is going to arrive, and I'll just unroll it and show you the wonderful patterns. Just look at those rich colours and those imaginative patterns. In some cases, rugs were viewed as a vision of the gardens of paradise, and I think this rug could be said to be a little piece of my own heaven. Okay, so I've received a few more rugs in the post from my friend. This one, which is very nice, is a wall hanging type of rug, which I hadn't seen before. So this is going to go up on the wall, and you can see there's what I think is a tree of some sorts with lots of birds nesting in the branches. I don't know whether it's inspired by a Persian poem, The Confluence of Birds, but I think this rug's weave looks a bit more Persian than Turkish, so it will look very nice hanging on the wall in my study. Okay, so I want to say a big thank you to my parents who waited in yesterday for some furniture to arrive for me and also helped clear away the rubbish. So I'm sure you want to see the furniture in question. Over here we have the counterpart to the bookcase, which is on the left. So these are acquired separately about a year apart. As you can see, it's mahogany, slightly less busy carving work and slightly fewer shelves, only 3 shelves now, but that all looks very well and good. And then here we have these wonderful blue mahogany chairs with sort of synthetic leather on them. I'm a big fan of these. I think they add a touch of class to the room as a whole. Now this is the last bit of unpacking I'm doing this year. I've got some stuff that's been in storage for about 5 years since COVID, and it's seeing some of my old things and remembering who I was and the sort of things I used to get up to 5 years ago. So I'm just gonna unpack everything. Yeah, another postal delivery. Seems to be a bit of a recurring theme. And this is something that you might not have seen before, but it's from the Victorian times and it's known as a picture hook. And you can use them to go on top of the rails like this to hang pictures without having to drill holes into the wall. Now I'm going to be using these picture hooks to affix that tapestry to the wall so that I don't damage the wall. We'll see how it goes. Right, it's definitely a job for the step ladder. I've managed to get one on, but it's going to take 3 to affix the tapestry. Luckily for me, there's some hooks already affixed to the back of the tapestry, so it will just be the case of looping these onto the hooks. And that is how we roll. Let's just get the desk back to give you the other finished picture. There we go. Looks like a Victorian gentleman's study. Someone who's maybe done a bit of travelling to exotic places. And here we have a final shot of the front room. We've got the lovely mahogany bookcases from Indonesia. We've got the carpet from Turkey via Germany. We've got the couch from my old house with the lovely William Morris cushions. And that, as they say, is mission accomplished.
The eagle-eyed among you will be able to spot that the lines in the room look a bit neater in this clip, and that's because I had my girlfriend Jade over to help tidy them up. And this was also when we decided to have pancakes for breakfast. And here you can see Jade having pancakes in the finished room with me. Thanks so much for everything. Bye for now.